Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm so happy that you could come back and we could talk about something that I'm really passionate about, which is journaling. And something that I really want to share out is how I do my personal journals for each month, and just kind of the process that I go through. So I always like to start off with some mood candles. These candles, I did some decals on them, and I just think they're really fun. So, and no, they're not real designer. Don't tell the store. All right, guys. So I went ahead and got my paper. This is just kind of how I choose to start off my month. But what I always do is watercolor. Watercolor is something that's really fun to do whenever looking to the next month and getting ready. So as you can see, I'm just going ahead and cutting my watercolor paper, and I can put the watercolor paper type down below in the description box. But this is what I do. I just cut it in half, make it small, and then I start cutting it to fit into the journal. But just to let you know, I will not be putting this watercolor in the journal. That is something that I used to do. But if you will see my journal, or maybe not so on this video, but eventually we'll go through my journal and I'll show you how bulky it is. I broke the binding. But anyway, so to get started, I usually just draw something, and I draw inspiration from everywhere, but more so Pinterest. Yes, I am a man with a Pinterest, and it is amazing. And so I'd get a lot of ideas from there. And again, I like to draw my own, so I don't trace or anything. I freehand. So hey, I'm not Picasso. Well, okay. Never mind. We're not going to get on Picasso and his work. But anyway, I am no Monet. I am no, I don't know, some other famous painter. But I am Ashton, and I love to watercolor for my journal. And it makes watercoloring super fun and enjoyable for me each and every month. So as you can see here, I'm really focusing on this idea of a jar with some clouds and a crescent moon. And you can't really see it from this right now, but also we are in this I call it my ethereal forest. So we have trees, and it was really fun to do this one. I really focused on variants of color. That's something that you'll know about me. I just like things to look the way I want them to look, whether you don't like them or whether you don't think it's the best drawing or watercoloring job that could ever be done. I respect that. You're respected for your opinion here. But I like it. That's what counts. But anyway, so I'm just right here, just having fun, just doing what the boys do when they have journals, I guess. I don't know. I'll leave this one. But we're just really looking at having fun here. And I just want to remind you guys that when you're journaling, or when you're watercoloring, or when you're painting, or when you're doing any sort of artsy-fartsy thing in your life, it's what you view and what you want it to be. And as long as you're having fun with it, it doesn't matter how it looks. I don't think that I'm the best watercolorer, painter, drawer in the world, but do I like what I draw and what I do? Yes. You know, if I didn't, I would I don't know, like trace something from the internet. And as a kid, I used to do that all the time, honestly. But anyway, I would just trace something from the internet and watercolor, something that I printed on watercolor paper. I don't know. But no, I'm really focusing mainly on just drawing and having fun with it. And it may not look like much now, but just give it a second. But yeah, so just enjoy. Let the energy go. You have your candle. Well, you see only one candle now. Blooper. But yeah, let the energy flow. Let your mind wander. And also, if you're someone like me who always looks for inspiration, your stuff never needs to look like what you're trying to draw or the inspiration you're trying to get from. You're putting your mind onto paper, and that is all that matters. You are a great drawer. You are a great artist. You are a great creative. You're a great content creator. You are amazing, and that's all that matters. That was my TED Talk. But while we're here, guys, and while we're enjoying this, I just want to remind you to follow on Pinterest, to email me if you'd like to email me at astonishinglyus@gmail.com. Find us on Pinterest at astonishinglyme.com. We're on Instagram. Our name is Astonishingly Me. Where else are we? We're on Twitter. We're Astonishingly A. So we're everywhere. The names are a little different everywhere, but I'll make sure they're in the description box so you can find me. We can connect, we can talk, we can have fun together, we can, I don't know, let's become a unit, let's become Astonishingly Us together. I always like to say that I'm on a journey too when it comes to journaling and self-improvement of myself as a person, and you know what, that is fair. And, and I still have a right to go out there and share the little tidbits that I've learned that help me become a better person day by day and week by week, right? Right. All right. So you see, we're putting in some purple mountains. I am from the East Coast, and there's something called Sugarloaf Mountains. And I remember being with a family friend once, and they just mentioning that Sugarloaf Mountains were like something about being purple, or maybe when I saw them, the way the sun was setting, they looked purple. I don't know. But Sugarloaf Mountains, yeah. I think they're mainly in West Virginia. No, I'm not from West Virginia, but if you are, well, I don't know if that's a real thing. I don't even know why I did that. But yeah, yay, West Virginia. I love the whitewater rapids. Yikes, that's a tongue twister. But yeah, all right, so let's keep on drawing and doodling and doing what we do. All right, so we're skipping some steps. We're going along. Now we can kind of see the full thing, and it's really coming along. If you see, I have some like glittery, iridescent, is that the word? I don't know. I don't really care. Watercolor that I got from Five Below people. Five Below. And so I think it was probably the max it could be, $5. And so it's a little, you can't really see it, but I think you can. But hey, that might be crazy. And it's a little shiny and a little shimmery, and at least in person for sure it is. And it kind of gave that feeling of tin, or like a brassy tin thing, or maybe it was just to me. So then now you see I take my white roll gel pen, and I'll put that below for you to look at as well. And look, we're drawing things. What am I drawing? I don't know, but I did some stars in the sky. I did a white plant in front of the mountain and next to the tree, and then I added some white elements. But then you see me put it on my iPad to make it all cool. Not joking, you don't need an iPad to make it cool. Again, like I said, I used to put the actual watercolor in the journal, but the paper's a little thick, so my journal looks a little thick, thick. But you know what? I wanted to actually start getting into printing my watercolor on actual paper. That's a lot thinner, of course, and you see right here, and then what you'll see me actually like paste it in. And then I also have this other element that I made a long time back, and so I took a picture on my iPad, put it into Procreate, freshened some aspects of it up, and then I had it as kind of like a page ender. But you see, I'm using this right here to paste in my image for the month, and this is just something that I choose to use, and it is called AdTech Crafters Tape, and they say it is permanent. She is permanent, and she gets the job done. She keeps it together. So you see me doing that right here. But guys, journaling should be really fun, and I actually find joy in buying stationery. And there's this whole thing about like stationery versus stationery. Yes, there's two separate words printed separately, and look, there's actually another version of stationery. So I actually like to use stickers inside my work. And when I say stickers, I mean I like to make my stickers online, and I can show you, and let me know if you want to know how to do that down in the comments. Comment, please. Let me know if this is something that you're interested in. But I, again, like to use stencils, and I like to do some things fun, and I also like to use stickers. So I make them on the computer and I print them out, and you'll see right here it's as simple as just cutting it out. And I always do borders. You'll also see that sometimes I don't always cut out the borders first, but yeah, so I always do borders so I know where to cut straight, and then it is right there for me, and it's super easy, and you'll kind of see me. So you cut it out, and I'm trying to grow my social medias and my blog, because this is the first video I'm doing, and I'm just beginning here, I'm just beginning, so I have to keep track and monitor, and it's a lot of work. But how I stay on track is by using resources like my journal. So you see, plop, it is in the journal. So there we go. So now let's just look at the pages that we have. Some of them you haven't seen me make, but you see, so we have our original design that, again, I said I put on the iPad, and then I designed it a little bit, and then I went ahead and printed it, and so that was all done, and I just printed it out. Then I did this watercolor paper where I'll kind of write down what I do for the month. So some people like to do future logs. I don't believe in that. That makes no sense to me. So what I do is what I did for the month. So if I did something cool on July 4th or July 5th or August 1st or August 2nd, I know this is an August video, I'm just talking. That's where I would put it. Then you see I always have a quote: do or don't do, there is no try. It's actually supposed to be do or do not, there is no try, but you get the point, and it's all English. And usually I love astrology and I love horoscopes, so I usually write that in. So I'll write that in once I find a blog or something that really interests me. And then you see my other pages there for goals, and then now we have my to-do list here. So I actually like to do overarching to-do lists. Of course, every day we need a to-do list. I feel like to-do lists is amazing. To-do lists are amazing, and it is imperative that we have them. I promise you, if I don't have a to-do list written out with things I need to do, I just don't do things some days. I do things because I have to live and I have to make a living, but you get what I'm saying. But I'll do overarching ones like schedule doctor's office visit, and then I'll use a marker to bubble in the little O's or zeros or holes, whatever you want to call them, and then I'll highlight the actual task, and we'll see in the monthly wind up later on. Then also things to look up. If you're like me, I'm always interested in everything. So if there's something that crossed my mind while I'm watching television and I'm like, oh, I want to look that up, I'll just write it down there. And then it's something nice to go back at the end of the month and say, oh, did I ever look that up? And then I probably would take notes in the journal. And then here's another part. This, I don't know why I did this, but I think I'm going to try to use it. And it's on theme, clouds and birds and moons and stuff like that. And it's just kind of like overarching things I need to do. So for instance, here it would be for Instagram. I really need to kind of create an Instagram strategy. So I would literally put Instagram strategy. And then here's another page where I kind of will put a task and then the date. I kind of left it vague because I really liked the setup and it was on theme and I was excited about it. So I made sure I print it. It was a sticker. It was super easy. And so that's something I'll do. So this is kind of our journal for the month, and hope you enjoyed, and hope you'll steal some elements for your own business. Thank you. Bye. I hope you guys enjoyed that. This has been Astonishing Me's planning for August, and I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, comment, and like the video. Like. And I will see you next time.